I'm really impressed with. I didn't know that
Alright, the beginning
the
of the
red
fight
circles were
starts
going to
off
be this
very
effective
hectic.
if
Just
we
let
were
the
all
tank
melee.
get
This is
aggro
great,
and then
man. Holy
focus
shit.
on the warlock and the summoner. And then watch out for the red circles that come up. If you're standing in the red circle, it will fling you off the map. So you don't want to get hit with that. And then you can come in and do your artifact call, which we're not doing here. We're going super slow. So
Okay.
if you're wondering why I'm not using a lot of my powers throughout the fight, is we're trying to do this fight super slow. So here at 5% health, the boss summons a warlock and a summoner. Since the boss is close to the edge, sometimes the warlock or summoner will fall off the map when they get summoned. Here the warlock fell off, so we focused all of our attention on the summoner, and now we're going to probably be doing our artifact call very soon. There we go. You actually don't have to do an artifact call, it's just to speed it up, but this fight is not about the main boss, it's about the ads that come up. The biggest mistake I see DPS do is when these mobs come up, right? They're usually by the edge if the tank is taking to the edge. And see right there, I'm not getting combat advantage. The reason I'm not getting combat advantage is he's right in front of the boss. So if I go behind the
Oh, is
mob
there somebody in the
while the
group
boss is
watching?
right there, I might get overheaded. But usually you're going to see throughout this fight when the summoner or warlock come up, you want to position yourself as a DPS where there's combat
We
advantage, so
got
you're hitting much stronger. And it's usually in an
I'm
uncomfortable
just
position,
noticing the
so you have to get
possibility of one
outside your
person
comfort
isn't
zone
focusing on
and make it
something.
happen. And I want you to see how
Oh,
group
nice.
tight this group is. You see how okay there I'm getting CA, but you see how tight the whole group is after the red circle. We're all going to be in one spot. If we're all tight together like
Well,
that,
that first one
we're not
before that,
getting the
it
red
was so
pillar
close I
circles,
couldn't get
and those are
behind it for CA.
super painful. They're hard to dodge, and when you do get hit, it puts a damage over time that will basically kill you unless the healer can cleanse you fast enough. So everybody wants to be close together. And
Oh
Trick mentioned
yeah.
last night that that includes your
Does that give
companions
me
as well.
CA also?
So we put on all melee companions. We
Oh,
even took off Flapjack because I think
dude,
it's
I did
ranged.
not. I thought that was a
But we're going
personal
all
buff. I
melee
didn't
here.
know that
Now
was
we're
a
getting to
buff.
50% health. And
Yeah,
this is when
it's
the
only
boss
when
gets
it's
hard
down
because
there.
now instead of
It's
one
only
summoner,
down there when it's
he'll
that
summon
bad, man.
two
You
summoners.
know when
And this is where we start using a lot of our mounts, dailies, and artifacts on the summoners and warlocks because you want to take them out quickly. So I'm looking for an overhead smash right there,
Yep,
there
and he deleted.
because I want to get CA on that. So you got to move and get in position. If you
I need
notice,
the
our
mount too,
healer
though,
is
but
using
I don't mind.
the I forget what that hand's called, but that purple hand that's slamming on him, it seems to stop the summoner from summoning hounds for a few seconds. I don't know what it's called, but you got to work with what you got. You know, if you got like a CW, the CW is gonna push.
But my
So
damage
whatever, all
core.
the classes are working great in here, but every class has something they can bring to the fight, I believe. So you see, I'm getting behind the enemy right there. Even though it's awkward and uncomfortable and you feel like you're going to get knocked off, you want to take these out fast, and you're
Dude,
not going
that
to take
Head
them
Arts
out fast
graphics
unless
look
you have
so. Or
CA.
Hand of Hadir or
That one I didn't
whatever.
even bother because it's almost dead.
Clutch as hell,
And as
man.
you can see now, we're not even really focusing on the boss. His health just goes down. We're going to be focusing on the mobs as they come up. And I don't know the percentage exactly.
It's fine.
It's usually like every 10% or
That's
so,
usually.
except at the
Oh,
end.
that's
That's when
perfect.
it gets
Summoners will fall
super,
right there.
super tricky. So when we get to the end, I'll chime in again.
That's great, man. Oh no, he didn't fall off. Yeah.
And here, if you watch the left, we had our first red circle right there, and it targeted Regis. So nobody in the group was hit by that. But that red circle is super painful, and we didn't have them that much to show in this video because the group stayed really tight. But now that we're getting to 20%, this is where you got to be very careful. This is where you make or break the dungeon. Now we're at the point where we don't want to use our mounts or dailies or artifacts because we want to save them. So we're going to get mobs at 20%, at 15%, and 10%, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe both the mobs just popped off. Okay, there we go. So we're going to take these out, and then at 15%, we're going to have
Save
another
your
group of
stuff,
mobs,
guys.
and
Save
we
your
want to
stuff.
save all of our big
Save
powers
your
because
dailies.
after
Possibly.
15%, that was my fault. You saw that red circle I just dodged out of? Okay. So now we're going slow. We're going really slow
Okay,
because
slow
we
down,
don't
slow
want to
down.
overburn the boss right here. At 15%, mobs are going to come up, and you want to take out these mobs as fast as you can without using your dailies, mounts, or artifacts. So we're going super slow. There we go. Now we got a warlock. I don't know if we got a summoner. Got a little hairy right there. Oh, red circle. You see I dodged out of there. It's becoming instinctual now. The first day this came out, we spent hours in here and learning how to dodge that red circle became very okay. So now we're going very
Keep
slow
up,
and we're going to
guys.
wait. We're basically going to stop attacking. After this red circle, we go artifacts. And now we're going to try to we're going to try to kill it before the next group of mobs comes. Oh, God, my daily right there. So we killed it because at 10%, the
Yes.
next group of mobs comes.
Oh, we got a
So that's what we try to
no
prevent
more.
was killing it before that happened. Well, there you go. Stay class, Neverwinter. See you soon.